A new season is upon us here in college football 26 as we are getting set to get season number 2 kicked off against in-state right down the road about 25 minutes away from campus, the Texas State Bobcats. And this is a good time to get our season off on the right foot. Coming off a national championship, we're 16 wins in a row, and we are looking to continue that winning streak here into season number 2. So all I've got to say to everybody is welcome back to Champ and Sons if you are returning here, and welcome if you are new to our college football content. So this is going to be an interesting setup for season number 2. Connor Weigman, transfer quarterback. He is our senior quarterback. He's going to be the one taking the helm this season. Matthias Caesar is a freshman. We were able to get him. He's a 78 overall pocket passer. He's got a lot of capability, but I think coming off, give Caesar one more year. Let him see what we can do developmental wise, and especially when you have an experienced quarterback like Weigman, who's been all over the place technically, but he has also faced SEC competition, so he understands what is before him on this path, on this journey that we're trying to get to another national championship. As everybody knows, he came at one point, I think he's with Miami. He was at A&M for at least a season, and now he's here. Now the running back spot, LJ Martin pulled the Kevin Durant. You can't beat him, join him. We beat him at BYU after they came off a Big 12 championship. And so we figured, hey, why not come to Texas, see what you can do here. He will actually be spearheading our backfield with CJ Baxter as well. So a lot of talent in the backfield, but LJ Martin is going to be the one taking that up. And a lot of good incoming freshmen that are going to be getting some experience, being able to learn, and also, hey, give them a redshirt year. As long as their playing time is not their deal breaker, we should be pretty decent to go. Suha Officer, our fullback, one of the guys we did pick up last season in the recruiting trail. But here's where I think things are going to take kind of a turn for us. We do have Wingo and Kalik Lockett, who did decide to stay. He thought he was going to enter the portal, but he decided to stay. We have a lot of talented freshmen coming in. Jaleel Redwine, Kevin Barnes, these are kids who are very talented. Barnes is 6'5", Redwine is 6'6", so these are some big old dudes. But if you look, while they have some elements of a top receiver, they're just not quite there yet. We are going to try to find ways to squeeze them in. They might have to be on kickoff returns and so forth, but we're going to keep getting them developed and brought along, so that way this offense is highly successful for multiple years to come instead of just 1 or 2 more seasons. That's what we always have to plan for whenever it does come to the recruiting and whether or not to get guys out there on the field early. Washington, we saw him a little bit last season come up with some big plays for us. Whenever injuries was getting a lot of attention from the tight end, going with 2 tight end sets, it's going to be his time this year. He's only a sophomore, so we've got some time that we can spend with him. Now, Gooseby, our starting left tackle, he's a junior. He's been with us for the last 3 seasons. He's highly developed, highly knowledgeable, and highly talented as well. Umeazulu, he's going to be heading up the left guard spot. Just a number 1 guy for him. Connor Robertson, our starting senior center, he's 79 overall. I do wish he was a little bit more highly developed, but hey, we'll take what we can get. Connor Strode, junior at right guard, 79 overall, but he's got a 78 pass block, 84 pass block power, 93 strength, and 75 awareness. He's going to be able to do a lot for us from there. At the right tackle, it is going to be Anderson, the guy we got from the transfer portal. Lutman, our freshman recruit, highly talented, but just not quite ready yet, so get him a redshirt year, and I'm pretty sure we'll have about 4 solid seasons with him to follow that. Now, taking a look at where we stand as far as recruits. Floyd Arma, deal breaker, is playing time. He is a running back. I mean, you saw who we had in the backfield, so I guess that is more or less understandable. Javier Yates, we are number 2 right behind Ohio State, which oddly enough is the team we play in the second week. So maybe if we can put together a solid performance, start getting some of these guys brought in. Devin Simonson, also 5-star quarterback recruit. 6'3", 213 pounds. The kid's got some size and capability. So, once again, it's real early on in the recruiting trail. So, you see a lot of these guys were number 2. Some of them we moved up to the top spot and so forth. And so, being number 2 right now, I'm not concerned. We're moving up as long as we have the up arrow and we're not actually dropping. Bradbury is going to be kind of tough with Alabama in the mix because we just know what they can always bring. And then Nick Pino on the line. Meeks coming up at center. Building this team for longevity is going to be a big part. Ostergaard, we are already in the top 5. We're second for him. We haven't seen any transition really up or down on him. But we're getting to a point where, maybe when we come to scheduling visits, being able to adjust from the send the house to a hard sell / soft sell kind of moment, we're starting to get to that transition period. And so that's where I think we're going to see a lot of these kind of recruits pick up some once we get into that period of the recruiting stage. It's just getting there, kind of setting ourselves up for success in that realm. Now, we do have some coach points to use, so we are going to go with tactician. One, I need to get these guys, DB ratings for the 4 out of 4. You're boosting their zone coverage and all that. The way we play defense, we're going to need that coming up. So let's go ahead and jump on into this game, and you'll see Texas State went marching down the field on their opening possession to score a touchdown, but Khalil Lockett has different plans on keeping this game trailing as he cuts back up across to the right side from the left, and he picks up a good gain all the way down to the 38-yard line. A hell of a catch and run by Lockett on that one. And he's got the speed. I don't, maybe it's not DeAndre Moore kind of speed, but Khalil Lockett's got capability, and we're going to plan to use that as best we can. So now from the 38, Weigman is going to be in the shotgun. 3 receivers set here. Baxter is in the backfield. He's going to send Lockett in motion. Weigman's got the snap, hands it off to Baxter, going right, and nobody's there. No opening, no nothing available. As he's going to be stopped for about a 1-yard loss on that play. That's going to make it 2nd and 11 here from the 39 now. So staying in the shotgun, 3 receivers set. Livingston's in the slot left. Weigman has the snap. He's going to hand it off to L.J. Martin up the middle. Nowhere to go. So both backs seem to be struggling to find space early in this one. And that's going to make it 3rd and long. So we're going to come out 4 wide set. Weigman in the shotgun. Claps his hands. Has the snap back. Steps up. Fires that deep to the left side. Going for Wingo. And he's got him in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, this game is tied up here. What a response by the Longhorn offense. Getting in 3rd and long and saying 11's nice, but we're going to go for 39 instead. As he drops that one into the bucket in the end zone. And like I said, tie ball game. Now here we come out later in the first quarter on our next drive. The game is still tied at 7, just under 3 minutes to go. Weigman drops off a screen pass to Martin. He's got space going forward. Ran into one of his own blockers and gets stopped, and that's going to be short of the line to gain. That was on a 3rd down, so now it's 4th and 1. And Texas State called a timeout. Yeah, I'm not sure why they did that, but okay. So timeout, Bobcats. We're coming back out. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 back set. Baxter goes in motion. Weigman has an RPO over to Baxter on the boundary, and he takes it forward, and he picks up enough for the 1st down. He almost stepped out. Man, he almost stepped out. That almost went terrible for us. But instead, it's 1st and 10. Now Weigman claps his hands, has the snap back once again. In the pocket, he takes off going to the left side, and he's dragged down after a 9.5-yard gain on that one. His first rush of the season, his first rush as a Longhorn, and he goes 9.5 yards right there. So 2nd and inches from the pistol now. 3 receivers set. Livingston's in the slot right. Wingo wide left. It's going to be a handoff to Martin up the middle. Big hole open up. Martin walks it in. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. L.J. Martin, the transfer running back, powers that one and gets his first touchdown, first taste of success in the burnt orange. And that was a good run, great blocking ahead, and good job following those blocks to get himself into the end zone. So now leading 14-7 coming up here in the second quarter. Going the other way now from the 39. Martin has it on the right side, and he's only going to pick up about a yard and a half down to around the 38. So they are going to call that 2nd and 9 here. Under 12 minutes to go in the second quarter, coming out in an I formation, 2 tight ends to the right side. It's going to be a play action by Weigman. Drops that one off to Washington. Tries to stiff arm his way forward and brought down after a gain of about 6 yards to make it 3rd and 3. That is Washington's first catch so far today. So 3rd and 3. Longhorn staying in the shotgun. 3 receivers set. Weigman's got the snap back. Fires that one over the middle. Hits Wingo, who's got space at the 10. He's dragged down at about the 5-yard line. Big time gain. Weigman now 159 yards through the air as we are still just under 11 minutes to go in the second quarter, and the yards are already being racked up. Weigman 159 yards, 1 touchdown on 11 of 12 passing so far. So 2nd and goal, 10.5 minutes remaining. Weigman claps his hands. Has the snap, hands it off to Martin, who's going to get hit behind the line. Anderson just couldn't hold his guy off. And, I mean, it was a great play by the defensive end, so give that kid credit. But he's brought down for no gain. Coming out in a full house. 2nd and goal, Baxter and Martin right next to Weigman in the pistol. Baxter goes in motion, gets the pass out to Lockett. He's going to be a foot race, and he's going to win it. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. He's got the swing pass going out there to Lockett on the move, and you hit the kid in stride. Hardly nobody in the league or no one in college football is really going to be able to stop him at that point, and he takes that one into the end zone. Now later in the second, we're leading 28-7. Our offense is starting to flow pretty damn smooth, approaching the 2-minute timeout. Weigman hands that one off to Martin, left side, breaking a tackle, still breaking tackle, stiff-arming his way forward to the 41-yard line and a first down. Martin 75 yards on 11 carries and 2 touchdowns so far in this first half, and that's going to bring us to a 1st and 10 Longhorns, and it looks like, I don't know if they're going to get the snap off, and they will not. It's going to take it to the 2-minute timeout now. So 2-minute, here we go in the first half of this ball game. We do lead by 21 points, 3 touchdowns. We have 178 yards through the air and just over 100 yards on the ground as well. Now from the pistol, Weigman hands it to Martin, goes right, cuts back left up the center, still fighting forward and brought down after 9 yards. 84 yards on the ground for Martin in his first game as a Longhorn. So 2nd and 1 now from the 32-yard line. Longhorns not wanting to leave too much time on the clock, so they got to keep that in mind. So we're going to come out in a pistol formation, 3 receivers set. Weigman has the snap, play action, rolls out to his right, stops, and he fires that one up, and that's going to be dropped by Wingo. It went in his hands. He went airborne to get it. And as anybody who's played this game knows, as soon as your receiver goes airborne, odds are they're not going to get it. So it's 3rd and 1 now. Clock did stop. Hand that one off to Martin. Finds his way forward for a first down and gets to the 27-yard line there. About a 5-yard gain on that one. So 1st and 10. 3 receivers set. Livingston's in the slot left. Weigman's got it. Fires to Livingston along the boundary, and he's brought down at the 19-yard line. Longhorns now inside the red zone. And they're going to mark him down before he got to the boundary. Actually, it looked like he went out of bounds, but they're saying he didn't, so the clock is still on the move. Trip receivers to the left side with Lockett in the slot left next to Livingston. Play action from Weigman. Fires over the middle, and that one's batted down and intercepted. Tip drill happens as the Bobcats take that one back with 51 seconds remaining. That was an ill-advised throw, but, man, you don't see the tip drill coming from the Bobcats, who are now in the Pac-12. If you didn't know, they are moving to the Pac-12, and you see them here in the Pac-12. The Bobcats eating them up on that one. So now we're going to move later into the third quarter. Our offense has kind of kicked off a little bit with 10 more points. It's 38-7. Just really being on the flow as Weigman takes off up the middle and slides down at about the 39-yard line. Weigman just taking over the open space, showing he can run too. Longhorns last season with Arch had him bust out some big runs. Weigman says, "Arch who?" as he takes off on that one. That's going to be 1st and 10 Longhorns now. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, our opening possession of the second half. As we have it here, Weigman takes off up the middle once again, looking for places to go and slides down at about the 29-yard line. Weigman now 37 yards on 3 rushes. He's finding that space, and he's taking it, and why not? 1st and 10 Longhorns. Wagman's got the snap once more, fires that one over. He's going to hit Washington. Bouncing off tacklers, fighting his way forward, and finally pushed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. 17-21 is Connor for 209 yards and a touchdown. He's having a hell of an opening game here in front of the home crowd. Some fans in Austin were concerned about getting the transfer quarterback. They saw he didn't perform that well at A&M, but he is putting on a performance now, firing that to the right side and hitting Livingston. For only gain of 2 yards, but dropped that off to him. Parker Livingston gets his 3rd catch of the day. So now 2nd and 8, 3 receivers to the left side. Claps his hands. Connor's got the snap in. Now he's going to take off up the middle, looking for space. Connor shouldering his way forward and picking up a 1st down at the 4-yard line. Not afraid of contact on that one as he powers that one all the way down to the 4. You can see contact was made, and he kept driving his feet. That's a competitor for you. 1st and goal, trying to really just hammer this game home early in the 3rd quarter. Under 7 minutes to go. Wagman's got the snap. Blitz comes, fires it over. He's going to hit Baxter, who walks it in. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. C.J. Baxter coming in for another season. I'm surprised he didn't try to transfer in the offseason in all reality. But coming up once again here for the Longhorns, follows through, gets another touchdown, just adding another one to his record book, if you would. And this game doesn't really slow down at all. I mean, that made us 45. You know, we ended up putting up some more points. We put up one more touchdown with the starters, and then the backups came in and really hammered it home, 69-14. Game wasn't even close. And, I mean, it was just pure domination by our Longhorn team, really. So coming off that one, Pharma still not a whole lot of movement on that, so I do go ahead and just remove him because I'm not going to waste time keeping him on my recruiting board. Just not going to do it. But I did notice we have some opportunities to schedule visits. We got 100 hours, so we need to go ahead and start getting some of these visits on board with us here. First one is going to be John Foxworth, the 5-star edge rusher coming out of Elkhart, Indiana, 6'3", 228 pounds. We see it as deal breakers, conference prestige. So we haven't gotten to that check mark yet. I could probably go in and put the hard sell because I know that's what it is. But I'm just going to try to give a little bit more movement in that realm, right? Matt Garvin, we've got a pretty hefty lead over Oregon. In fact, we have taken over the top spot for his interest at least. Championship contender is going to be our visit status. So we're going to go and start getting some of these kind of done. But some of these guys who are from outside the state take up a lot of points. I mean, they just do. Bradbury takes up 15 hours, even though he's from Dallas, Texas. You're talking a 3-hour drive, and that's going to be worth 15 hours of recruiting points for us, right? So a couple different ways to think about it. Missouri doesn't give us much, but it's going to be a big win, right? Like that one, I'm not going to say a guaranteed win, but it should be close enough to it with the way our team is set up right now. And that's really what I want to get some of these guys in. I probably could have put them in for the Oklahoma because we are up in Dallas for that one, but just choose maybe hold off for that. Now, Jabu Draft, I do select the Oklahoma game just because it's been a pretty tough battle with him so far. So let's get him into a big game where we can go ahead and, really kind of start to hammer in the environment and the way we play this game. Now, him, I am going to put the hards, look to do hard or soft sell. We're going with the soft sell first because I want to see the impact of, because this has, 4 influence points, I think, going in the soft sell pattern. The only thing is I don't know which one is going to be the other positive. So, right, you have proximity to home because he's from Savannah, Georgia. That's a C. Or you have brand exposure. There's a couple different options. Now, his, I think, is conference prestige or something like that. His deal breaker. So, I'm going to stick with this version of it. And hopefully, if soft sells 4, contact friends and families 4, that's one of those things that should get us to that point where we are able to kind of take that step up in the recruiting and really gain a lot of pace with him. And well, now that we're done with that recruiting look at, let's take a look at what happens in Austin on Saturday night, prime time college football game of the week. Two top-tier teams matching up once again. Last season in Columbus, this season in Austin. And oddly enough, I will say this, our times playing Ohio State, we have been more successful in Columbus than we have in Austin. Anybody remembers back in the days going from Vince Young in Columbus, Colton Austin, Colton Fiesta Bowl, and then Ewers in the Cotton Bowl. I mean, it's been back and forth pretty much between these two teams fairly consistently. We're hoping to get the back-to-back wins in this situation. So let's go to jump into this game here in the first quarter on our opening drive, 11:50 to go. Weigman takes the snap. He's going to scramble out to the right side. Got space in front of him at the 30. Stiff-arming his way forward and pushed out of bounds at the 27-yard line to get a first down. Last week he had 62 yards on 6 carries. He's looking to kind of pick up where he left off that time. So coming out under center in a full house power type of formation, Weigman gets the toss out to Martin to the left. Open space in front of him. Tries to spin back at the 21-yard line and is going to be brought down after a 5-yard gain. That is going to make it 2nd and 5. So Weigman and the Longhorns come set to the offensive line in a 3-receiver set. Livingston's in the slot right. Wingo wide left. Khalil Lockett comes in motion. Weigman has the snap, hands it off to Baxter, stiff-arming his way forward. A hole opens up, and he's going to be fighting multiple Buckeyes as he's brought down to the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 Longhorns at the 12. This is a big-time drive here, needing to cash in and get some points. So Baxter, knowing, been a part of this Longhorn team that's beat the Buckeyes last season and lost to them in the Cotton Bowl, not wanting to have a repeat of anything like that, fires that over to Wingo, and on the RPO, Wingo fights 3 Buckeyes to punch that one in. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, on the RPO. They jumped that route. They almost had that interception. They just mistimed it. Weigman hit Wingo on that one. And, I mean, my goodness, it was just a pure fight at that point. You can see they almost jumped the route. Wingo catches it, and then 4 Buckeyes couldn't bring him down before he got into the end zone, and that's going to give us a lead here early in this one. Now, our defense does its job and gets a stop, so we have the ball back once again at our own 37-yard line. Hand that off to Martin going to the right side. He's got a hole open at the 50. He's down on the right sideline at the 30. Still breaking tackles and brought down finally at the 25-yard line. L.J. Martin powering through multiple Buckeye defenders. Unstoppable on that one as he's 1st and 10 at the 25 now after that big gain by Martin. This is why he came to Texas. This is why he transferred, for moments like this on that little toss to the right side, taking 38 yards all the way into Buckeye territory, almost just shy of the red zone right there. So 1st and 10 Longhorns, about just over 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Weigman and the Longhorns come set, 2 receivers left side. Or no, only 1 receiver. Wingo's only one left. Khalil Lockett gets sent in motion. He has the snap, hands it off to Martin, going to the right side of Martin, and he's going to pick up good yardage down about the 19-yard line. 6 yards right there. L.J. Martin, good first quarter, 55 yards on the ground so far. So now it comes set in a shotgun. 2 tight ends on the left side of the line there, 2nd and 4. He's going to send, is that Wingo? No, that's Lockett coming in motion on the jet sweep and nowhere to go. Wingo couldn't maintain his block on that one, and Lockett is going to be brought down pretty quickly, only a gain of about a yard or so. 3rd and 3. 4 receivers, everybody's in close, tight. Weigman's got the snap, fires that one over. He's going to hit Livingston, who actually makes the catch in contact. Woo, what a play by Livingston to hold on to that one. 1st and 10 now. So that's going to be from the shotgun. 2 tight ends on the right side of the line. Lockett comes in motion. Weigman has the snap, fires it over the middle to hit Washington, and just kind of settled down on his own, picks up good 4 yards. Solid play by Weigman, and to not try to force that one in. We almost got bit earlier on our opening touchdown drive. No need to try it a second time. 2nd and 6. Weigman hands that one off to Martin. Gets past 1 tackler, stiff arming, and drags 2 Buckeyes into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. L.J. Martin powers that one in for the touchdown, and that's going to give us a 2-score lead here in the first quarter. Back-to-back touchdown drives by this Longhorn offense, and a total of 6 Buckeyes carried into the end zone on both of them. So the Buckeyes would respond and get a touchdown of their own. I guess that's okay to happen. It's 14-7. Here comes our offense as we fire that one out to Martin on the right sideline. Nowhere to go with it. Weigman just didn't see anybody open down the field and dumped that one off. Smart play there. 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line on the plus side of the field. 2-back set. Weigman, play action. Fires that one over. He's got Baxter in the flat all by his lonesome, breaking. Tackles forward, and Baxter gets brought down at the 28-yard line. More than enough for the first down. That is his 4th catch of the evening, and he's got 24 yards, averaging 6 yards per catch. So 1st and 10. 2 tight ends to the right. Has the snap, hands it off to Martin. Little hole opens up over the middle, but not much breathing room on that one. L.J. Martin, 68 yards now on 8 carries so far with 10.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 2nd and 9, spreading them out wide, 4 wide set. Has the snap, hands it off to Baxter. A hole opens over the middle. Not much space to go from there, and he's going to pick up about 3 to 4 yards on that one to make it 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5, Longhorn staying with the 4 wide set. Weigman in the shotgun, claps his hands, has a snap back. Pressure gets there, and he threw it. Thank God he did throw it. He's about to get sacked. That's going to make it 4th and 5 now. 4th and 5. The offense is still out there. Longhorns needing to decide what they're going to do. And we do decide the field goal, take the points instead, let it. Maybe this bites us down the road, but I don't think so. I'd rather get points than not. As Mason Shipley comes in, boot ball right down the middle. And let's just keep adding to this total here as it's 17-7 now, early in the second quarter. So our defense gets a good stop, and so here we come right back out. 1st and 10, Weigman claps his hands, has the snap back. And he's going to try to take off up the middle, nowhere to go. The defensive line collapsed on him on that one. Not the most pressure, but good coverage and nowhere to throw the ball, and so he did try to take off. Got to give him credit, just nowhere to run to. The defense closed in, and that's a sack for a 4-yard loss. So 2nd and 14 now. Weigman claps his hands, has a snap back. Pressure gets there again, and he is going to be brought down from behind. I cannot believe it. Atkinson comes in for the 2nd straight time, taking on Gooseby at the left tackle spot, and he's winning this drive. 3rd and 18. Weigman has the snap. Drops back, fires that one over to Baxter. He's got plenty of space in front of him. Tries to spin back, but unable to make the move, and he's going to be brought down for a 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 2. This is a tough one. Way too far for a field goal because we're at the 48-yard line, but Longhorns offense is going to go for it. We're trying to get some points and separate ourselves out early. 2-back set. Baxter goes in motion. Weigman stops, throws out the swing pass. Nobody's blocking for him, and Baxter goes down early, and that's a turnover on downs that would lead to a touchdown. And just like that, this thing is a 3-point ball game. Real quickly, 17-14 as we hand that one off to Martin. Up the middle, cuts out left, picks up good 6 yards. You got to keep running it to Martin. We cannot get away from this run game. He is being successful. 9 rushes, 74 yards on the ground. He's got the capability. We just have to keep giving him the ball, keep believing in it. And on 2nd and 4, oh, man, the linebacker blew up our fullback, Sua Officer. Blew him up and got right past him like it was nothing to bring Martin down on that one. That's going to be 3rd and 3. So right as I say, stick with the run game. That happens, well, you got to keep powering it at home. That block will stick at some point. Now 3 receivers left. Swing pass out to Lockett on the left side, and he is going to get just enough yardage for the first down to the 32. 1st and 10. Lockett, little gimpy though. He is a little gimpy, and he does come out for at least a play as he goes under the tent to see what's going on. 1st and 10, Weigman. Buckeyes rush only 4. Drop that one off to Washington at about the 24-yard line. 8-yard gain on that completion. Weigman's 168 yards on 22 of 24 passing. He has been the model of efficiency in this one. 2nd and 2. Weigman drops back, fires over the middle, hits McCutcheon this time, and he's brought down at the 14. A big-time first down here by the offense. McCutcheon getting some playing time. with Lockett being on the sideline. Hopefully we are able to see what happened to him and try to get him back on the field quickly. 1st and 10 as we are going to actually get to the 2-minute timeout here. So 14 yards away, 2-minute timeout, leading 17-14 in this one. In the first half still. Weigman from the shotgun, 4-wide set. Offense comes out, has the snap in hand. Weigman takes off. He's got some space up the middle. Hit and dragged down from behind after a 7-yard gain. He finally got a little wiggle room. And he can be dangerous on the ground. Do not underestimate his capability. But, it's one of those, he just needs a little bit more space than some quarterbacks, to say the least. So here we come out, 2nd and 3, 3 receivers to the left side. McCutcheon's in slot left next to Livingston. Wingo on the wide side. Weigman has the snap in the pocket, fires over the middle, almost intercepted, caught by McCutcheon. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby, surprise throw. Another risky dart there by Weigman. Actually makes it through. That is 2 times he's almost been intercepted. He cannot continue to make throws like that and expect him to pay off all the time. That was pretty risky, but it did give us a lead. Now, Ohio State would come back, and here in the third quarter, we are leading 27-21, as this is becoming a pretty brutal fight here in Austin between these two powerhouse teams. Baxter has gone out with a bruised knee. He should be back soon. He just needs to get it worked out on the sideline. So we'll see some other backs in place alongside with LJ there. 27-21, 2nd and 10. Sweep pass over to Livingston, who's got some space, tries to go around the outside and just couldn't get away from the defender. Maybe if he had cut it up inside, he could have gotten more yards. But, hey, hindsight's always 20/20, right? So here we come out in the shotgun, 3 receivers set, as we're going to send Livingston in motion. Behind Wingo on the left side. Weigman's got the snap in hand. Rolls out to his left. Nowhere really to go. Throws. Leighton Washington is going to come down with it. He threw it into traffic, and Washington comes down with it. The magic of Weigman continues in this one. Across his body, over the middle of the field, and one of the most dangerous throws you can make, and Washington goes up and holds on to it. 1st and 10 Longhorns. So here we come out at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Weigman's got the snap. It's an option to Martin on the right side. Well played by this Buckeye defense, and that's going to go down for a loss of 3. Garrett Stover, the linebacker for the Buckeyes, comes up to make that stop behind the line. So 2nd and 13, trips right this time. Baxter is back in the game here in the backfield. Has the snap by Weigman. He fires over the middle, and he overshoots McCutcheon. He had him open. Man, if he puts that on point, that is a touchdown. That is a missed play on that right there. So now we're going to come out, 2 receivers left side, 3 in total. Weigman has the snap, drops off a screen pass. There's plenty of space in front of him. Martin tries to cut back, and the defense collapsed too fast. It's 4th and 6 on that one, and we are going to have to try to kick a field goal right there. Weigman with that pass overcomes 3,000 yards for his career, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you haven't been a starter, you've been a journeyman, you play for a few games, then you get removed or injured, 3,000 yards is kind of an accomplishment. 4th and 6, lining up for about the 40-yard field goal. Shipley, boot, ball, and that one does get through right down the middle, almost blocked. The Buckeyes almost had that one blocked right there. This is now a 9-point game, but we've got to start executing a little bit better. We put up 2 field goals since our last touchdown in the first half, so we've got to be a little bit better. As you can see, the Buckeyes have been putting up touchdowns, and here in the fourth quarter, it is 31-30. The Buckeyes now lead. They've added 10 more points on, thanks to 1 turnover, an interception thrown by Weigman down around our goal line. It would have been points, but they intercepted it, so they added a touchdown of their own, and now they lead. So 2nd and 12, 7.5 minutes remaining. Fires over the middle to hit Livingston, who's brought down at about the 24-yard line on a 3rd and 3. 37 of 44, 336 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now he does have the interception, or the interception now, but still, got to be careful. So 3rd and 3, hand that one off. No space for Martin to go, and that's going to result in yet another field goal. Our 4th field goal of the game. You can't just live and die on field goals against the Buckeyes. You just can't do it. It does go boot ball down the middle, but that is dangerous. 33-31 lead is what we have here. This is a dangerous place to be in, Longhorn fans. We cannot maintain it. Now, we would add another field goal to make it 36-31, so 5 field goals in total, but the Buckeyes will have it with 1:51 remaining. DJ Lagway is at the helm for the Buckeyes, and he's going to take off up the middle, hit and brought down at about the 38-yard line. 35, they're going to mark him down actually at the 35, thankfully, on the Buckeyes side. Defense trying to make adjustments. Buckeyes have the snap. Lagway moves to his right, fires that one. He's got a gaping hole over the middle, and that's going to be caught and brought down at about the 39-yard line on the Longhorn side, starting to get deep into the territory. Buckeyes need a touchdown to win. 1:17 remaining. They have 0 timeouts. The clock is ticking. Lagway has the snap, fires out to the right side, caught and brought down before he could get to the boundary. So the clock will run after that 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2. Lagway commanding this offense. The crowd is rocking right now, trying to do everything they can to help the defense. Fires over the middle. That one's caught again and brought down. And that's 1st and 10 from the 4-yard line. Lagway under center this time, and will spike it to stop the clock with 52 seconds remaining. Now, Longhorns do have 3 timeouts, but it's one of those, man, you got to be careful in deciding on when to use that. 2nd and 10, fires it to the right side, makes the catch, but he's only going to pick up about 6 yards on that, down to the 18. 18 yards away from pay dirt, 40 seconds remaining. The Buckeyes on the move. Lagway has the snap in hand. Scrambles to the right, fires over the middle, and that one is going to falls incomplete. 4th and 4. Here comes the Buckeye offense, 4th and 4 from the pistol formation. Lagway has the snap in the pocket, fires it to the right side and hits his receiver. He's going to be brought down beyond the line, and that's a 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the 13-yard line now as Lagway spikes that one into the ground. 28 seconds. This offense is moving. The crowd is doing everything they can. Lagway has the snap. Pressure comes. Escapes. No, he's brought down. He is brought down for the sack. 3rd and 19. 3rd and 19. The clock is moving. Lagway from the shotgun has the snap. Pressure comes. He escapes from LaFau, and he throws that one out of the bounds. Oh, my goodness. If they make the sack, that's practically game over. But instead, 4th and 19, Buckeyes still have some life. 4th and 19, Lagway in the pocket, fires it deep to the left side, and he's caught it. And they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 1-inch line as he hit the pylon. The ball did not cross. 1st and goal. 7 seconds remaining. Lagway's got it. Pressure comes. Escapes the sack, and he throws it out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. If they make the sack, game over. But they did, so Buckeyes have 2 seconds worth of life left in a 5-point ball game. Lagway sends a man in motion, has the snap over the middle, caught by the Buckeyes. That's touchdown, game over. The final second drive, Buckeyes walk it off. They walk it off in Austin. That hurts. DJ Lagway, hell of a performance, but that is painful for sure. First loss, 17 wins in a row dating back to last season. Our first loss comes in front of our home crowd against Ohio State. God, what a game. Offense had a lot of missed opportunities. Same thing with the defense. I mean, y'all saw it. The defense had multiple sack chances. Lagway did what he did, escaped, and got rid of the ball. So it does happen. All we can do is bounce back. We're now number 7 in the country. 1-1 on the season. SEC play coming up in the next episode, guys. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you have not hit it already. And if you did enjoy the video, go on ahead and give us a thumbs up. It does really help out the channel, and I truly appreciate everything y'all do for us here at Champ & Sons Gaming. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to be notified of all the content that we do upload here on the channel, whether it's college football, Road to Glory, or Madden, and eventually upcoming Superstar mode. It's all going to be a good fun time, guys. I will see y'all in the next episode as conference play kicks off. So as always, stay safe, and well, y'all know how it goes from here, right? Later, y'all.